This tutorial is on the guardian, conservator, and non-FSA power of attorney authorities in farmers.gov. There are many other authority types available, such as FSA 211 power of attorney, entity member, or business partner with signature authority. However, this tutorial will only walk through the authority for guardians, conservators, and approved non-FSA power of attorneys. I will show you how to switch to another profile in farmers.gov as a guardian, conservator, or non-FSA power of attorney. Then I'll share what you can do in farmers.gov once you've switched to another profile. Please note, applicable documentation for each type of authority must be provided to your local service center. Once you have a working eAuth and the applicable documentation has been provided to FSA, you will have access to customer's profile in farmers.gov. Let's dive in. After you log into farmers.gov using your eAuth login and password, you will be brought to the home page. From the home page, you can switch profiles and act on behalf of another customer where you are either a guardian, conservator, or a non-FSA power of attorney by clicking Switch Profile in the gold banner. You won't see the gold banner and the option to switch profiles if you do not have the authority to act on behalf of another customer. Once you click on Switch Profile, the profile options will display with all the profiles to which you have authority and access. Anything grayed out is a restricted profile that is not enabled online. Contact your local service center for any questions on a restricted profile. Once you've clicked on the profile you'd like to switch to, the gold banner at the top will show that you have switched profiles and you are now acting on behalf of another customer or entity. Here I've clicked on the conservator profile, and so this gold banner is showing that I'm acting on behalf of another customer as a conservator. However, if I were to switch to a guardian or non-FSA power of attorney profile, the gold banner would display the applicable relationship. Now that we know how to switch to another profile on farmers.gov, we'll show you what it's like to navigate throughout farmers.gov and while acting as another customer or entity. While acting on behalf of a customer or entity, remember, the gold banner on the top of the page will remind you that everything you view or do is as if you are the customer or entity you are acting on behalf of. Here's what it looks like when you navigate to the land page. On top, the gold banner is letting you know you are acting on behalf of another customer or entity. Here, conservators, guardians, and non-FSA power of attorney authorities can access all land tasks and actions. If the customer or entity has farming interests, when you click the blue View Farm Records button, you will be taken to their farm records mapping page. When navigating to the Finances tab as a conservator, guardian, or non-FSA power of attorney authority, this message will pop up letting you know that your access to finances is restricted. Here I'm showing you the conservator view, but as a guardian and as a non-FSA power of attorney authority, your access is similarly restricted. When you navigate to the conservation page, as a guardian or conservator, you'll see all the conservation tasks related to the customer you are acting on behalf of, such as submitting a conservation request, certifying conservation practice completion, or e-signing a document. Again, the gold banner on the top of the page will remind you that you are acting on behalf of another customer. However, let's switch to the non-FSA power of attorney profile. After switching profiles, you will be redirected to the home page. When navigating to the Conservation tab as a non-FSA power of attorney authority, this message will pop up letting you know that your access to conservation as a non-FSA power of attorney is restricted. When you finished acting on behalf of another entity and you'd like to switch back to your own personal profile, you can click Switch Profile in the gold banner. The switch profile options will display and you can select your own name, which is the first profile listed. As you can see, the banner has been updated and no longer indicates you are acting on behalf of another customer or entity.